Sidekicks on Sports Nightly is presented by Pacesetter Soccer Club. Soccer excellence since 1980.
Welcome to Sidekicks, as we are joined in studio this week by both Danny Fisher and Chris Black. And gentlemen, we saw earlier in tonight's show Notre Dame's season coming to an end with a loss to Findlay, but they did have a high note earlier this weekend. On Saturday, the big win over St. Ursula. We say it all the time, when Notre Dame plays St. Ursula, you throw the record books out the window. But this really was a very nice win for Notre Dame to hand St. Ursula that loss in the track finale.
Yeah, you look at over the years, that last Saturday, the track, only 2 games being played, St. Ursula, Notre Dame, and so often it comes down to one of them winning it or ruining it for the other on the last day of the season. That's what they did, and that pushed Clay into winning the track. And good news for Notre Dame is they got to get that big rivalry win to kind of capstone the season before, unfortunately for them, an early bowing out of the tournament. But that Findlay team is a team that keeps getting better and better all season. So, you know, that's a tough game to draw this early in the tournament.
Yeah, with Clay winning the track, Clay then went on and got the victory over Springfield tonight, 5-0, and get another game we had highlights of earlier tonight. Danny, let's talk a little about the boys' side as the boys' tournament is underway. One maybe a little bit surprising result, St. Francis, the 2-1 victory over Southview on Tuesday night. A Knights team that has had its up and downs this year. We know they play a tough schedule. They try to play a tough schedule. But maybe St. Francis and Francis Stevens is coming together at the right time with his Knight team. Yeah,
it's certainly a good game. And they got the victory 2-1 after going 1-0 down early in the second half. You know, the first half was, you know, I think St. Francis probably had a little bit of the edge in the first half, created some chances. And then Southview came out second half with 2 or 3 really good chances. Took the lead. Isaiah Moores with a really good goal, well taken goal. And maybe could have got a couple of more. And then a red card midway through the second half. Kind of changed the game and the balance of the game a little bit, but to give St. Francis credit, they came out, they came back, they got the 2 goals to win the game 2-1, and it was a good win for them. It was a risk going there. They'd beat them earlier on in the season 3-0, but it's always hard to beat a team twice, and they'll be really happy with that, and they're going to look forward to playing Anthony Wayne next week.
And next week it'll be Anthony Wayne taking on St. Francis. Northview will take on Whitmer. Now, Chris, let's talk about tomorrow night as the other half of the boys Division I bracket gets underway in a very interesting matchup at Clay High School.
Yeah, and you kind of look at the season that Clay's had on the boys' side. Phenomenal season for them. They're in the track for a long, long time and got some first-time victories this year earlier against St. Francis. So you look at a team like that, everything they've done this year, and they've got to be pretty positive, going with a lot of energy into the playoffs. And you kind of think about a team like that, super dangerous because they have a lot of self-belief this year, and a lot of people pulling for Clay this year, and they're got to be dangerous. Difficult team to deal with. You think about they're used to playing on field turf, maybe a little bit tighter field, so it'll be comparable to what Perrysburg used to with a little bit wider field to it. So it'll be interesting to see really the matchup at the end of the day. But you know, Clay's just done so well this year. You've got to imagine they've got the edge on being positive.